Happy Halloween, my name is Dallas Ryan, and welcome to my channel. For today's video, we're going to look back at all of Heidi Klum's Halloween costumes and rank them. Heidi Klum is the undisputed queen of Halloween. We have celebrities like Ariana Grande and The Weeknd who always kill it with their costumes, but there really is no one that does it like Heidi Klum. I created a tier list of all of Heidi's costumes from 2000 to 2023. I'm not including 2024 because I'm making this video a couple days before Halloween, so I have no idea what she's dressing as, but I'm sure it's going to be amazing. The 4 categories for this video are why. These are for the costumes that make you think, why? She's cute, these costumes are good, but they're not the ones that you think of when you think, oh my gosh, Heidi Klum Halloween. 8, like the number says, she ate. Amazing, well done, but they're just not on like the top tier. And the top tier being Queen of Halloween. These are the costumes that you think of when you think, okay, Heidi Klum is definitely that girl. And like always, this is just my opinion, and if for any reason you're not completely satisfied, I hate you. So let's get into the ranking. Also, I'm looking at these costumes on my phone, and I'll put the pictures I'm looking at right over here. Starting in 2000, she dressed up as a biker, leather girl, dominatrix, I think. Yeah, it's not super clear what she's supposed to be, but it is a good costume. But Heidi's costumes have come a long way from this, so for that reason, I'm gonna put it in she's cute. Next in 2001, she was Lady Godiva, and it looks like she arrived to the party on an actual horse. And Heidi also had really long hair, just like Lady Godiva did. I think this is a huge step up from her leather girl costume from the year before, so I'm gonna put it in 8. And this might be my favorite costume that Heidi did in the 2000s. 2002, she dressed as Betty Boop, which is a classic Halloween costume. And yeah, there's really nothing bad about this. It's really well done. I love the hair. The makeup is right, the lashes are lashing. And I will put this one in she's cute, she ate, she is cute, and she ate, so I'll put her in she's cute. Probably gonna be top tier she's cute, so she's adorable. 2003, Heidi dressed up as a gold alien. She's gold from head to toe, even her teeth are gold. It's so creepy to look at, but that's kind of the point of it, really. It's another costume that I'm sure was really, really good in the moment, but 20 years later, compared to all the other costumes she's done, it doesn't really hold up, so I'm gonna put it in she's cute. Actually, yeah, she's cute. And I'll put Betty Boop in 8. In 2004, she was a red witch, and I just think this one's really messy. There's a lot going on, and it's kind of hard to tell what's going on because of it. One thing I noticed about Heidi's costumes from the 2000s is that she'll have these super extravagant outfits, and then she'll just throw on a boot that matches the color of the costume. And she does it a lot, you'll see. Like, the boots don't perfectly go well with the witch look. The witch look in general, I'm not super crazy for, so I'm gonna put it in why? Because why? The following year in 2004, Heidi was a vampire. Another example of her just throwing on random boots to go with her costume. Vampire costumes are pretty common, and there's really a lot that you can do with it. And this one I think is really well done, besides the boots. I love the hair, I love the heart, the fangs are just out there, but I don't think I like it as much as I like Lady Godiva and Betty Boop, so she is cute. Next in 2006, Heidi dressed up as the Forbidden Fruit. And here's the best part. Her then husband Seal dressed up as Eve. And that's really just, that's funny. Again, another example of Heidi just throwing on boots, but these ones I actually don't mind because one of them's a snake and the other one's red. So it just goes with the costume, but it's not like, oh, they're there. I haven't really seen anyone dress up as Forbidden Fruit before. The makeup in this is probably the best one we've seen so far. Because it's an apple, I'll put it in she ate. In 2007, Heidi did a simpler costume which dressed up as a cat. But it is a well-done cat. Again, except for the shoes. I don't know why, but I'm out to get her shoes today. I say that even though I only wear Crocs and Vans that I've owned since 2017. Judge me if you will. Again, I don't care. I do overall like this costume, but I know if she were to be a cat today, she would have done a full like head, hands, foot transformation. And like a lot of her costumes from the 2000s, she's cute. Oh, yeah, she's cute. The next costume is a pretty controversial one, just so you know. In 2008, Heidi dressed up as the Hindu goddess Kali, who's the goddess of destruction. And, here's the thing. Heidi said the reason she chose this costume is because last year her and Seal went to India, so she's like, oh, let's be a goddess. I know next to nothing about Hinduism, but this is a very sacred figure in Hindu culture, so she did receive some backlash because of this costume. And it is well done, but because of the controversy, I just gotta put it in Y. And that's not the last costume that we're gonna put in the Y category, because the next year she dressed up as a crow, and I'm just gonna put this in Y at the very end and then go off on it. For starters, the boots. The boots. We've been through this. She did this a lot in the 2000s. She doesn't do it now, so that's good. Heidi herself has said that it wasn't really that good, especially because it's hard for her to see and talk in it. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time talking about this costume because it's honestly my least favorite one, but it's only up from here, I promise. Because the next year in 2010, Heidi dressed up as a robot. The details in this costume are really good. She has sharp teeth and red contacts. The stilts really add to like the giant robot of it all. I don't know if that made any sense to you, but it does in my mind. I love this costume. She looks so badass, and this will be on top of 8. And don't worry, we're getting to the Queen of Halloween costumes. Just wait. Heidi threw 2 parties in 2011, which means we have 2 Halloween costumes to go over. The first one is Skinless Body, and Heidi arrived to the party on a gurney, and this is why she's the Queen of Halloween. I love everything about this costume. It looks so realistic and creepy. I'm also a huge Attack on Titan fan, so yeah, Colossal Titan realness. And I forgot to point out with the robot costume, but Heidi finally started to do shoes that match the outfit instead of just being the same color. If that makes any sense. Again, this all makes sense in my mind. And that's all that matters. Also in 2011, her and Seal dressed up as apes. And this is so creepy in a really good way. 2011 was also when Rise of the Planet of the Apes came out, so it makes sense why Heidi did this costume. This is something straight out of a movie, and I'm terrified. I'm uncomfortable, but that's because it's a good costume. And I'm gonna put it in 8 on the very top. Sorry, robot. 2012, Heidi dressed up as Cleopatra, and she had her entire face bedazzled. Heidi's costumes take hours for her to get into, and I can imagine that putting all those crystals all over her face took forever. I do like this costume, but it's probably the weakest one that she did in the 2010s, in my opinion at least. So we're gonna put Cleopatra at the bottom of 8. Actually, we're gonna put her in She's Cute. Another one of my favorites in 2013, Heidi dressed up as an old lady, and the attention to detail in this costume is insane. Her skin is aged all over, she has really long nails. She really does look like she's 80 years old. Like, this is not a Halloween costume, this is someone's grandma. And it's another costume where Heidi really started to solidify herself as the Queen of Halloween. The following year, Heidi dressed up as a butterfly, and I really do like this one. The wings are huge, the colors are so pretty. Being a butterfly is a costume that she really could have half-assed, but she really went all the way with this. Some would say that she ate. Actually, we're gonna put it right here. And now, get ready. Are you ready? Okay. In 2015, Heidi Klum dressed up as the Jessica Rabbit. I mean, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. She looks just like Jessica Rabbit. This is Heidi Klum on Halloween. It's objectively like top 3, top 2, maybe even the best costume she's ever done. And no surprise here, but Queen of Halloween. 10 years later, this costume still holds up as one of the greatest of all time. And at this point, Heidi Klum really knew she was that girl because in 2016, she dressed up as herself, but had 5 different women looking exactly like her. Like, imagine being so iconic, like, oh yeah, people dress up as me for Halloween. This really shouldn't work because Heidi's not actually wearing a costume, but it just does. I'm obsessed with this. She ate. I'll put it right between the butterfly and the robot. Another heavy hitter costume. Are you ready for it? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because she did Michael Jackson in a Thriller music video. Thriller is the Halloween song. I think that's pretty safe to say. So dressing up as Michael in the music video when he turns into a werewolf is amazing. It's just, I'm gonna watch the Thriller music video after I finish recording this because this is spot on. Another thing that Heidi does on Halloween is she doesn't just dress up like the characters, she becomes them. This is straight up Michael Jackson. And this is another one of the greatest of all time. I'll put it right next to Jessica. The next one is my personal favorite, so I'm just gonna put it right on top of Queen of Halloween right now. 2018, dressing up as Princess Fiona with her now husband Tom dressed up as Shrek. There's nothing bad I can say about this costume because every single bit of it is perfect. Remember how I dragged her shoes in the 2000s? Well, she literally has giant ogre feet and giant ogre hands. She even had Shrek babies with her. I mean, that is just adorable. This is probably my favorite Halloween costume from any celebrity ever. And I don't know if that's ever gonna change because it's just that good. I can talk about the Princess Fiona costume forever, so let's just move on. In 2019, Heidi dressed up as an alien. Tom dressed up as an astronaut, and it looks like he just got attacked by the alien. I remember when she started posting teasers of this costume on her Instagram, I thought she was going to be the Oogie Boogie Man, which I would still love to see from her someday. But I was not disappointed by this costume at all because she is what? the Queen of Halloween. In 2020 and 2021, Heidi didn't have the Halloween party because of the pandemic. Instead, she posted these short film videos on her Instagram, which I'm not gonna rank because they're not really costumes, but I might as well acknowledge them because they do exist, they're just not really gonna be ranked here. So let's move on to the last two costumes. In 2022, Heidi dressed up as a worm, and I don't know how she thought of that. I've never seen someone dress up as a worm before, and this is terrifying. This is actually nightmare fuel, but in the best way possible. It's so creepy, and I love it so much. I'm gonna actually put it right there at number 4. Another thing I love about Heidi's costumes is that she doesn't try to be pretty. She's literally dressed up as a worm, a skinless body, an ape, but now and then she does do pretty. Like last year when she dressed up as a peacock, and her husband Tom dressed up as an egg. She had a group acting as her peacock feathers. This is probably the most beautiful costume she's had, but I don't think it's on the same level as the last couple costumes we've seen. It's still really good, so I'm gonna put it in 8, right? Do I put it above? I'll put it right above the robot, but not above the ape. So yeah, that's my ranking. Be sure to let me know in the comments what you agree with, what you disagree with. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, be sure to like and subscribe. And let me know in the comments what your favorite Heidi Klum costume is, because I really don't think she's ever gonna top Princess Fiona. I'm really curious to see what she's gonna do this year. I'll have all my social medias linked in the description so you can follow me on there. And let me know what you're gonna be following, because I think I'm gonna be an angel. I wanted to be Peter from Hereditary, but I could not make a paper crown to save my life. And with that all said, I'll see you guys in the next video.